6 Ways Masturbation Can Kill Your Gains. Head over to any bodybuilding forum and you'll likely come across this common query: does masturbation have any impact on muscle growth and athletic performance? It's usually the typical bro, falling in the age range of 18 to 30, who's posing this question. Yes, I said bro. Curiously, it's almost always men who express concerns about frequent, or overly frequent, self-pleasure potentially sabotaging their gains or athletic prowess. It's a male-dominated worry. So, does indulging in self-gratification really jeopardize your muscle gains? But before we get into that, let's dive into some numbers. Although, bear in mind, not all these figures might be entirely forthright. You know what I mean, there's a chance some men might not be completely candid about their sausage handling frequency. Let's start with how widespread masturbation is. Around 60 to 65% of men aged 15 to 50 have admitted to self-indulgence at some point during the preceding month. Interestingly, this figure reaches its zenith, pun intended, among those aged 25 to 29. If you're looking to address concerns about dipping testosterone levels due to frequent self-love, you might want to consider MTS Barracuda, a natural testosterone booster and libido enhancer. Now, let's talk numbers. How many men are really partaking in this activity? A staggering 95% of men are willing to admit that they're no strangers to solo sessions. Surprisingly, this percentage takes a dip to 70% when it comes to married men. Caught in the act, anyone? Well, 41% of men confess to having been caught red-handed. What about the frequency? It turns out approximately a quarter of men, 25%, indulge in self-pleasure only a few times per month. On the flip side, 15 to 20% of men go at it more than 4 times per week, but this number tends to decrease as they cross the age of 30. By the time men reach 50, only about 6% are still engaging in the act more than 4 times a week. Surprisingly, even at the age of 70 and beyond, there's still a 1.5% contingent that maintains this practice more than 4 times a month. Now, circling back to the big question, can indulging in self-pleasure truly put a dent in your muscle gains? In my opinion, the answer is yes. 6 Ways Masturbation Kills Gains. Could masturbation actually put a damper on my gains? In short, absolutely, pun full intended. Through some careful examination and real-world experience, I've reached the verdict that indulging in self-pleasure can indeed hinder your progress in 6 distinct ways. 1. Masturbation is catabolic. Masturbation shares similarities with high-intensity interval training, HIIT, known for its catabolic effects. Essentially, it breaks down muscle tissue. Yep, it's like a muscle destroyer, bro. Now, there are a couple of potential ways to counteract this muscle breakdown, but they might not be entirely practical. One option is sipping on BCAAs or protein while you're at it. I'm all for maintaining those gains, but this approach could potentially get messy. Proceed with sipping your BCAAs carefully, my friend. 2. Masturbation lowers testosterone. Even if you're a newcomer at the gym, you're well aware of the significance of testosterone. It's actually one of the most crucial elements for achieving those gains you're after. It's not the most pleasant thing to point out, but the truth is that masturbation is, quite literally, sapping away the testosterone in your system. Numerous studies reveal that it takes a whole 6 days for your testosterone levels to bounce back after a session of self-pleasure. This implies that in order to keep your testosterone levels elevated, it's wise to reduce the frequency of your indulgence. Now, who can really hold out for an entire week, right? In a nutshell, indulging in masturbation is contributing to a decline in your testosterone levels. This downward spiral doesn't just impact your muscle retention, it can also lead to an increase in estrogen levels. This brings up a crucial question: are you even putting in the effort at the gym? It's not the most enjoyable thing to acknowledge, but it's a fact. masturbation is, quite literally, depleting the testosterone from your body. 3. You have no energy afterwards. It doesn't matter who you are. Even a significant dose of pre-workout and stimulants won't be enough to get you pumped up for a demanding squat session right after you've had some self-time. The dip in your energy levels isn't solely due to the pre-workout, it's also influenced by the intense HIIT cardio you engaged in, compounded by the reduction in your testosterone levels. Your body ends up in a sort of shock mode, leaving it unsure how to properly rebound and recuperate. 4. Loss of muscle glycogen. The carb loading you recently undertook to fuel your muscles is now rapidly diminishing, even quicker than the phrase, "gains train," can be said. If you've ever pondered why your muscles seem lackluster and lack their usual vibrant appearance, the answer is now clear. Engaging in masturbation is effectively depleting the glycogen in your muscles, giving your pump the appearance more akin to a dry hump. 5. One arm bigger than the other. Time under tension is like discovering the 10th marvel of the world. It's a muscle-building powerhouse that can bring a tear to the eye during a demanding repetition, and in some cases, turn individuals into what might seem like gym-dwelling sloths. That is, unless you possess the rare gift of being ambidextrous. Engaging in masturbation primarily with one arm could potentially throw off your symmetry. Now, you're probably wondering how this situation could result in one arm outpacing the other, especially when we've been discussing how masturbation could impact gains. Well, here's the deal, you still make some progress, but have you ever questioned why one arm tends to be naturally stronger than the other? The thing is, unless you actively incorporate grip and forearm exercises into your routine for the non-dominant arm, you might end up resembling Popeye the Sailor Man, but only on the side where all the tugging action is happening. 6. Procrastination. Admit it, we all have a tendency to postpone hitting the gym. But what's even more problematic is when procrastination takes the form of procrastination, yes, procrastinating by indulging in some self-pleasure. I've saved this point for the finale because it ties everything together quite neatly. First, you delay your gym session in favor of a self-time break. Then, your energy takes a nosedive. You find yourself in a catabolic state. The vital muscle glycogen gets depleted. Testosterone levels plummet. It's a vicious cycle that keeps feeding into itself. This ultimately results in you missing out on the gym altogether, effectively dealing a serious blow to those hard-earned gains you've invested so much time and effort into achieving. Conclusion. Masturbation is detrimental to your gains. If you want to look like you lift, you are going to have to stop with those extracurricular activities you're doing in your room or shower. If you've ever hit a plateau, not gained the muscle or strength you thought you should, or even lost gains, you now know why. According to multiple scientific studies, men who masturbate less gain more on average. This may be because of the reasons I listed, or it could be they are in the gym actually training. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss any new tips. Let us know your thoughts about this video in the comments section down below, and feel free to stay safe and enjoy. Also make sure to check out our next highlighted video, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.